The starters, Hans Nielsen from Denmark in the red from 1. Ivan Major from New Zealand in the blue from 4. Simon Wigg from England in the white from 2. Peter Collins in the yellow from England, position 5. Henny Cruiser in the red and white from 3. And Chris Watson in the black and white from 6.
It's on the inside. In the red, it's Nielsen, Wigg, Cruiser. Then the blue of Ivan Major alongside the yellow of Peter Collins. The outside is Watson. Well, Watson was keen to go. I'd say he's going to cop it. Watson, 30 metres. Now the ruling is specific that if you break tapes, you can be excluded, of course, in test match situations.
Tonight, Rod, that situation, with all due respect to the fact that this is a world-class field and we do have a reserve, but the official and referee of the meeting has decided that rather than an exclusion, for you, the people, to see the top 15 riders rather than a reserve each time, that the 30-metre penalty would be employed rather than the exclusion. So I must point that out.
Nielsen in the red, alongside of him is Wigg in the white. Then we've got Cruiser, then Major, then Peter Collins in the yellow, and Chris Watson back on the 30-metre mark. Well, they go Major out of the gate as quick as a flash in front of Nielsen. Major leads away here from Nielsen, followed by Wigg. There's Peter Collins trying to make some ground, but it's Major away from Nielsen, then Wigg. Watson making ground from the back mark 2. Round the corner they come, and it's Major the leader. Major away here from Nielsen, Simon Wigg, then Peter Collins, followed by Cruz and Watson in that order. And it's Major the leader. Major leading, Nielsen coming at him here. And round the corner they come, and it's Major. There's the fall. Major and Nielsen, followed by Wigg. Watson is down, I'd say. The red light is on. Red light is on. And it's Watson that's down in the corner.
You've got to feel sorry for him, Rod. He's trying his heart out. There's no doubt about that. A 30-metre penalty. He's against the top internationals, but let's hear it for Chris Watson. Come on, give him a big round of applause. He's going to, unfortunately, face exclusion, but the teenage star of Speedway here in Newcastle, anyway, has just tried too hard there to make up that ground.
Luck indeed, too, for Ivan Major, who had headed up Hans Nielsen on that occasion. You wonder whether or not Major can gate as well on this occasion. Because Nielsen has the inside, but quite strangely a lot of riders prefer the number 4 position to start from, the outside, where once they get to that 30-metre line they can change line then, and they have the advantage of coming in, and you can come in and lean on the rider. You can't go under him and bore him out. Watch Peter Collins. Peter Collins sitting there as steady as a rock. They go. Nielsen went from the inside. Wigg went with him. Oh, look at Major. What a brilliant piece of riding by Major. But it's Nielsen the leader away here from Wigg, followed by Collins, then Major and Cruz at the tail. Round the outside, high, wide and handsome comes the leader. And that's Hans Nielsen. Nielsen from Simon Wigg, followed there by Peter Collins. Look at Major tucking down tight and close, and then Cruz. No change. Hans Nielsen the leader, but it's not doing him much good. Nielsen the leader here from Simon Wigg, followed by Peter Collins. Then we've got Ivan Major, and at the tail is the Dutchman Henry Cruz. Down underneath the timer they go, and it's Nielsen the leader. Hans Nielsen the leader with 1 lap to go here. Peter Collins trying hard to get to Wigg, but can't do so. And it's Nielsen, Wigg. There's Collins going up under Wigg now. Wigg comes back at him again. Nielsen, Wigg, Collins, Major and Cruz in that order. Round the corner they come, and the world number 2 is a winner. and he hasn't been headed tonight. Nielsen first, Wigg second, third place went to Peter Collins, then came Ivan Major and Henny Cruz at the tail of the field.
Billy Sanders of Australia, Eric Monahan of England, Sean Moran of the United States, Zoltan Adorjan of Hungary, Karl Mayer of Germany and Kai Niemai of Finland. Sanders in the red. Coming up now, the rider first up in the blue was Monahan. On the inside in the yellow is Adorjan, the Hungarian. It's Adorjan, Monahan, Sanders, then Moran. The black and white is Niemai. Meyer in the red and white. Oh, they've had a dive. They've had a dive. Red lights on. Red and white back 30 metres. Red and white 30 metres, not for breaking the tapes, but for both axles crossing the start line. Up to the tapes. Away they go. Sanders got away well, and it's the Australian champion Billy Sanders who heads them up going into turn number one. Chasing him through is the Englishman Eric Monahan, then Sean Moran going quickly, and so too is Kai Niemai on the outside. Billy Sanders is the leader. Kai Niemai and Sean Moran coming quickly. Moran goes up into second place. Niemai is running third, then comes Eric Monahan, followed by Zoltan Adorjan, and bringing up the rear is Karl Mayer from his 30-metre mark. But it's the Aussie champ, Billy Sanders, who says, catch me if you can, coming down main straight away. 2 laps to go, and Sanders is the leader. Sean Moran, the little United States rider, is setting out after him, riding high to try and get the grip, but Sanders seems to have it all worked out and has got it covered at the moment. The man who captained Ipswich League to an historic cup double this year is leading, Billy Sanders of Australia. Sean Moran in second place at the moment. Then comes Kai Niemai, the Ipswich clubmate of Billy Sanders. He's going to make it through to the semi-finals, I think, but he's being hotly pressed by Eric Monahan in that 4th spot. Sanders coming down to take the checkered flag. Sanders first, Sean Moran second. Kai Niemai goes into the final with his 3rd placing. Eric Monahan was 4th. 5th place going to Zoltan Adorjan, and Meyer was 6th.
So it's Collins, Moran, Nielsen, Sanders, oh, there's trouble there for Sanders. Oh boy, in the black and white, Kai Niemai. The outside of him in the blue is Simon Wigg. Out they go. Nielsen bounced out of the gate quickly. Wigg went with him, but it's Nielsen away from Wigg, followed by Collins and Sanders. Down the back they go, and it's Nielsen the leader. Wigg sitting in 2nd place. That's Collins lying 3rd, and then Sanders 4th. But it's Nielsen the leader. Hands Nielsen away from Simon Wigg. Billy Sanders up inside Peter Collins. Then coming the American right at the tail of the field. But still the leader is Hans Nielsen. He's going through the night completely undefeated here. The world's number 2. Oh, didn't he cut that corner beautifully? High right around the outside is Simon Wigg, followed by Collins and Sanders. Then coming the American, and at the tail of the field is Kai Niemai of Finland. But the lead rider is still Hans Nielsen. Hans Nielsen the leader as they come down the straightaway here with 3 laps to run. 3 to go, and Simon Wigg sitting in 2nd place, followed by Peter Collins. Then Billy Sanders, Sean Moran getting closer to Sanders now. Sanders in trouble. Sanders' machinery has collapsed on him. It's seized. And Nielsen the leader. Nielsen away here from Wig, followed by Collins. Then coming Sean Moran and Kai Nimai, but Billy Sanders in real trouble with the machinery, absolutely seized up on him, and there'll be one to go from here, but it's Nielsen. Nielsen the leader. Down there's a bit of a change here for second place as Collins gets up to Wig. No, Wig hangs on. Then comes Moran of the USA, and at the tail of the field is Nimai, but it's Hans Nielsen, a good clear winner. Nielsen will come to the line, and here's a charge for the second place here, trying to earn the points, but it's Nielsen first. Wig will be second. Collins came home in third place. Then came Sean Moran of the USA, and behind him came Kai Nimai, and Billy Sanders failed to finish. The time for the 6 laps, 1:42.537.
Thank you very much, Rod. Well, we certainly are. Already for me, we've thoroughly enjoyed this magnificent racing tonight, and I have the honour of being asked by Lee Morn, who is here tonight. You heard Lee a little earlier, but Lee has asked me if I would make the presentations of these magnificent trophies donated by NBN to honour the 3 place getters in the Newcastle leg of the World Jubilee Solo Grand Prix. For the first place getter, congratulations goes to the world number 2, Hans Nielsen from Denmark. Hans, would you please accept that on behalf of NBN Channel 3, the promotion of the Newcastle International Motordrome, and the many fans here tonight who have thoroughly enjoyed the racing as part of the World Jubilee Solo Grand Prix, and you now will maintain the outright lead in that series. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank NBN Grand Prix for sponsoring this trophy. Also a big thanks to Ivan Major, who's arranged this whole tour. It's been good fun. We've been traveling around a lot, and we sort of get around to see the whole of Australia. And a special thanks also to my garden sponsor, Kevin McDonald, who supplied me with a complete new Mark 5 for this meeting tonight, which has really been flying, and that is probably some of the reason why I've been going so good tonight. So thanks, Kevin, and thanks to all the fans and supporters here. They've been great tonight. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to Hans Nielsen. Second place, ladies and gentlemen, goes to the English rider Simon Wig. Simon, please accept that on behalf of NBN, the sponsors of this evening. Congratulations on a fine ride and your second placing. You have proven to us tonight that you are a very worthy representative in that world final, and some fine riding tonight that I'm sure all the fans have enjoyed.
Yeah. I'd just like to say, when I've always been to Aussie before, I always seem to have not done too good, you know, and I'm pleased that I've managed to sort of put on half a show for you all this evening. As for the rest of the boys, and you know, thanks for everybody that's been so kind here, and good luck to Ivan for the future from all of us. See ya.
Simon Wig, our second place getter. And third place goes to another Englishman tonight, the former world champion, Peter Collins. Peter, please accept that on behalf of NBN Channel 3, our sponsors for tonight, and a fine ride for your third placing. And we too have enjoyed the entertainment that you fellows have provided as the Newcastle leg of the Grand Prix.
Thanks very much. I've enjoyed being here tonight. I seem to be making a habit of this because I've been here the last 3 years and finished third each time I've been here. So that's 3 thirds on the run in 3 years. So if I come next year, I hope.
Peter Collins, ladies and gentlemen, for his third place getting. Would you put your hands together and a big round of applause for the first, second and third in our NBN World Jubilee Solo Grand Prix leg here in Newcastle. Hans Nielsen from Denmark, Simon Wig and Peter Collins from England.